Dunham, I've just had word from Mr. Harper that he was called away to the bedside of a friend who's very ill. He left me these flowers, and it's a good thing he did. I don't approve of young men refusing dinner invitations the very last minute.
I'll take the box of paper, Mrs. Pringle.
It's too bad, after you've said it all so beautifully. It's getting so late. Someone might be coming any moment. How's cook?
Send a temper, as always, madam.
I'm glad to hear it. She's like an actress. The better the temper, the better the performance. As long as she serves us a good dinner, I don't care how much she swears. The rest of you can just keep out of her way. Where's Gustav?
I'm sorry to have to say, madam, but there's such an awful blizzard outside. He's sweeping off the sidewalk.
Oh, dear me, yes. I should have ordered an awning. But who expected a storm like this?
Here are the place cards, Mother, and the diagram. Shall I put them around?
Yes, dear. Elaine, I'm going up to look after your father. He's so helpless about his ties. Remove one plate, Dunham.
Remove one plate. But madam, oh madam, it's a certainty. You wouldn't sit down with 13.
13? No, why, you're right. 13? We can never sit down with 13. This is all due to Mr. Harper's negligence. Sick friend and nothing. He's just one of those careless men who never answer their invitations in time. His flowers, indeed, to make me forgive him. But look at the trouble he's put me to. 13! I wonder whom I could get to come at the last minute. Quick, Elaine, help me think.
There's always Uncle George.
He never opens his head.
And Mr. Morgan, madam, he always tells a joke or two.
Why, yes, Dunham, that's clever of you. Hello, Central. Lakeview 5971. At once, please. Elaine, dear, your hair's much too tight. Pull it out. Pull it out. Come here. Hello, Mr. Morgan. This is Mrs. Pringle speaking. From across the street, yes. When Mr. Morgan comes in, have him call me up right away. I want him to dine with us. In about 10 minutes. You expect him? Have him call me right away. There now, if he shouldn't get it, then what'll I do?
Well, Mother, I wouldn't have to be at the table. It's your party anyway, and everybody's married and older than I am.
Didn't I place you next to Oliver Farnsworth? Millions. He's worth millions.
You won't be giving me any.
Can't he marry you? Aren't you going to try to make a good match for yourself? I fling every eligible man I can at your head. Can't you finish the rest yourself?
It's no use, Mother. You're trying to marry me off to anyone as important as he is. He frightens me to death. I lose my tongue. I'm as afraid of him as I'd be of the Prince of Wales.
The Prince of Wales! What I wouldn't give to have the Prince of Wales in my house. Chicago has lost its heart to him. I was just telling Mr. Farnsworth yesterday that I'd give anything to have the Prince here. I would establish my social position for life. And I've such a reputation for being a wonderful hostess. Do me the phone. Hello? Oh, Mrs. Sedgwick. Yes, this is Mrs. Pringle. What? No. Oh, caught in a snowdrift? You can't get another car? Good. The widow can't come. That leaves us 12. Remove 2 plates, Dunham. Oh, no, that's a shame. Well, I'm heartbroken. Oh, my dear, how can we get along without you? But have you really tried? Oh, I'm reduced to tears. Goodbye, dear. Well, I'm glad she dropped out. Central, get me Lakeview 5971. Dunham, with 2 less, we can save on 2 cocktails and at least 4 glasses of champagne. Has Mr. Morgan come in yet? Well, don't give him the message I telephoned before about crossing the street to Mrs. Pringle's for dinner. It's too late. You understand? There, now I've taken care of Clem, returned my indebtedness, and saved my champagne besides.
The liquor is getting low, madam, what with prohibition and entertaining so much.
Mother, if you leave it 12 people, Father can't sit at the head of the table.
But he has to sit at the head. It looks too undignified when the man of the house is pushed to the side.
But there's no other way. A woman must be at each end.
How absurd. I always forget. Of course, 12 is an impossible number. I don't want any of these women to be at the head. There's Mrs. Darby, such a cat. I wouldn't give her the honor. And Mrs. Oh, answer it, Dunham.
Hello, Mrs. Pringle's residence. A message. Yes, sir. What, sir? Mr. Darby. The doctor says your baby has a chicken pox.
The chicken pox, Elaine, mother!
Yes, sir. Mr. Darby sends his apologies, but owing to the transmissibility of the disease, Mr. and Mrs. Darby feel obliged to regret, and their house guests, Mr. and Mrs. Fleetwood.
Ugh, that's 4 out.
Well, then you're only 8. Oh, quick, the plate's done.
But don't I know someone to invite the last minute?
The Hepwoods.
They don't serve drinks when they entertain. I can't afford to invite them to drink mine.
The great
She's not interesting enough.
Mr. Conley.
He never once makes a dinner call, even after all the times I've invited him.
Hester Longley.
Not at the same table as you and Oliver Farnsworth. She's far too pretty and too clever.
Here's our book. The Tuppers.
The Tuppers, good heavens, Elaine, 6 in the family.
Well, that would get us back to 14, and then Father could sit at the head of the table.
Well, try then. I'll rush and tell your father to hold up in the drawing room.
Ridgeway 9325. This is Elaine Pringle. Of what Tupper am I speaking to? Oh, Ella, hello. I hope you haven't finished your dinner. We were arranging a party and everyone's been dropping out at the last moment. The blizzard. Oh, couldn't you flock your family around the corner and come eat with us? Oh, you would? Oh, fine. 6 more plates, Dunham. What? Well, Dunham, give mother quick! Yes. Oh, all right, dear. Of course. Love it. All right. Great Caesar, now what have I done?
What's the matter, Elaine?
Well, now I've done it. Now I've just done it. Well, I couldn't get out of it. I just couldn't. You weren't here. I always lose my head and I bungle things.
Well, what? Don't keep me waiting like this. What is it?
Well, I invited Ella and the family, and she accepted. And then she said they had 2 house guests, and would it be all right? And of course I said it would, and now we're 16.
16! But madam, the table's not that long.
Elaine, that is just like you. No tact, no worldly wisdom. If I'd been at the phone, I'd have politely explained that my table...
But you weren't at the phone. You ought to attend to such messages yourself. You know I always lose my head.
But the dishes, madam, and we only have 14 squabs.
Well, I just won't eat any.
I must not be disgraced. We'll have to make the best of it and insert another board.
But I needed to sit at the table.
You're going to sit right there next to Oliver Farnsworth. Now I don't wish to hear another word about it.
Well, couldn't we squeeze them in without all the extra work of adding another board? If I squeeze the plates and chairs closer together.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Tupper weighs something like 350 pounds? And Mrs. Conley has no waistline. It can't be done.
Consider age, madam. She said she's only prepared for 14.
Well, I can't help it. She'll have to prepare for 16. Tell her to open up cans of soup and vegetables.
But the ice cream forms in the gelatin molds.
I'll pretend I don't like them.
I'll pretend I'm on a diet.
But I really wouldn't have to be at the table.
Be still. Telephone, now what? Don't answer it. Nope, it's driving me mad. Hello? Oh, Mrs. Sedgwick. Oh, Jessica, I'm so sorry. Jessica, yes, of course, the blizzard. You have a cold? Oh, too dangerous. Oh, Jessica, you poor dear. No, your husband's quite right. It would be foolhardy. Put on a mustard plaster, hot toddy, go to bed. So sorry. There. That's wonderful. Now we're just 14.
Well, now the place cards are all wrong. Only 6 are coming who were originally invited. You'll have to make a new diagram. How do you want them seated?
Give it to me.
Oh, here's some fresh cards.
What a mess. I spent hours over that diagram. So much depends on having your guests seated harmoniously. There's the doorbell, Dunham. I told Annie to answer it for you, but go peek into the drawing room and tell me who it is. You murderous instinct. What have you to say? Now what? Hello? Who? Oh, Mr. Farnsworth. Mr. Oliver Farnsworth. Oh, no, you're his secretary. He's what? Instructed you to make his excuses. Had to leave for Boston at once on very important business. Oh! How dare he! How dare he! The last moment like this. No regard for a hostess's feelings. No regard for the effort she goes to plan an evening's enjoyment. And such a good dinner I had planned, and he promised he would come. Business. I don't believe it. He didn't want to exert himself. He was afraid of freezing in the blizzard, as if he didn't have half a dozen limousines to carry him to the front door. Selfishness, downright rudeness, and worth millions. And just the match for you, Elaine. And I was bound that you should meet him and sit next to him at the table, and I don't know when I'll be able to give you another chance like that again, and I'm perfectly furious, and I'll never speak to him again, and I won't be treated this way!
Well, maybe he really did have business and was called away.
And I, one of the most important hostesses in the city. People clamoring to receive my invitations. All my affairs are a success. I insist that they shall be. I can't have a failure. I won't bear a failure. He was my most important guest. Such a man's man. So important financially. Every other man considers it an honor to meet him. And now, not coming. And I'm furious, and it's all this damnable blizzard!
Well, now I'll have to stay away from the table. His not coming makes us 13 again.
Go to bed. Go up to the nursery. I'll send you milk and crackers.
Mother, it is not my fault he had business out of town.
Yes, it is. If you'd perk up a little bit, make something of yourself, and not be so timid, he would hear about your attractions from other men and be curious to meet you himself. What a family I have. No one to help me in my ambitions. Go to bed. I certainly won't sit down to 13. Go to bed. Get out of my sight!
That was Mr. Morgan, madam.
Mr. Morgan? But I telephoned his maid to tell him not to come.
He couldn't have received your second message, madam, for I heard him explaining to Mr. Pringle how happy he was to receive your telephone invitation.
Well, that makes you 13 again. Unless you don't want me to go to bed.
Of course I don't want you to go to bed. We're right back to where we started. 14, Dunham.
I'll get the cocktails ready, madam. Annie told me there are several motors making their way through the snow. It's late now, and cook's swearing about dinner getting too dry.
I won't answer it.
I should say not. Hello? Mrs. Tupper. Oh, but you must come now. We've prepared for you. Yes, for 8 of you. Your daughter told my daughter about your house guests, and we're delighted to have them. But now the table is set. No, but every plate is set. Oh, but your daughter was quite right. It wasn't an imposition at all. Well, of course, my daughter had the authority to invite guests. Oh, but 8 isn't all a big number. I beg of you. Oh, but my dear, you are not imposing. Oh, but how foolish of you to take that stand. Why, my dear, my dear. Now, what do you think of that? Mrs. Tupper is perfectly furious at Ella for telling you about her house guests. Says that Ella has no tact, that nothing would induce her to bring 8 when we invited 6. She's leaving Ella and Henry at home. Only 6 are coming. Remove 2 plates, Dunham. We're 12 after all.
But if you leave at 12, Father can't sit at the head of the table.
I shall go mad. I'll never entertain again. Never, never. People ought to know whether they're coming or not, but they accept and then regret and regret and then they accept again and then they drive me wild. This is my last dinner party. My very last. A fiasco. An utter fiasco. A haphazard crowd hurried together when I had planned everything so beautifully. Now, how shall I see them? How shall I see them? I put Mr. Tupper here and Mr. Conley there, but Mrs. Tupper will have to sit next to her husband. But if I do want Mr. Conley there, oh, it's impossible! Might as well put their names in a hat and draw them out at random. Never again. I'm through. Through with society, with parties, with friends. I wipe my slate clean of them. They'll miss my entertainment. They'll wish they had been more considerate. After this, I'm going to live for myself. I'm going to be selfish and hard and unsociable and drink my liquor myself instead of offering it gratis to the whole town. I'm through. Through with men like Oliver Farnsworth. I don't care how rich they are, how important they are, how influential they are. No, they are nothing without courtesy and consideration. Business. Off on a train. Nonsense. Didn't want to come. Didn't want to meet a sweet, pretty girl. Didn't want to marry her. Well, he's not good enough for you. Do you understand me? Don't you marry him. Don't you dare to marry him. If you try to elope or something like that, I'd break it off. Yes, I would. Oliver Farnsworth will never get recognition from me. He is beneath my notice. I hate Oliver Farnsworth.
A note from Mr. Farnsworth, madam.
A note from Mr. Farnsworth.
There are 2 strange gentlemen in the lower hall. They presented this letter. He said he was the secretary. All the other guests are upstairs in the drawing room. I counted 12 in all, including you, Miss Elaine, and Mr. Pringle. But the gentlemen downstairs are waiting for an answer. The one gentleman's face looked very familiar, but I can't just place him. Although I've seen his face somewhere.
Seen his face somewhere. Oh my goodness. Elaine, it's the Prince of Wales!
The secretary said you cut off the line or Central disconnected you. He was about to tell you that Mr. Farnsworth knew that the blizzard prevented His Highness from keeping an engagement way uptown.
The Prince of Wales is waiting in my lower hall, waiting for me to ask him to dinner.
That would make you 13 again.
There is the secretary, miss. He is his bodyguard.
His secretary! Elaine, of course the secretary! We shall be 14 at dinner. Serve the cocktails, Dunham. The guests may sit anywhere they choose. I shall bring the prince in with me.
Mother, wasn't it nice of Oliver Farnsworth to send a prince in his place?
Didn't I always say that Mr. Farnsworth was the most considerate of men?
I think I shall like Mr. Farnsworth.
Silly child. It's far too late now to like Mr. Farnsworth. It's time now to like the prince. I always managed somehow to be the most successful of hostesses. Thank God for this blizzard!